Alright, so this is our first game called Blood and Gore 13 plus. It looks honestly like AI slop just from, the preview right here. So let's go ahead and join it and see how it is. As you can see, there's some, like controls, which is nice. You can finish people and roll. I've never seen that really in like a gore game, so I'm actually excited. Let's go right into it. Alright, so I'm in the game and it goes and says how this game contains like, the blood and gore, which I mean we already know that, so we're just gonna go ahead and click I understand. And this isn't a good look so far. Already presented with, that favorite thing and just some, you know, like game passes being thrown in your face. Kind of random, like Doomslayer and Homelander. Don't really know what those have anything to do. In a group only access game mode, which is kind of weird. So I guess we can just go ahead and join. Let's go ahead and join PvP. There's two maps. I think Dust will be nice, even though the house one was new. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. We're met with this again, so I understand, and we can't choose our own loadout. There's a dummy right here, and for some reason I'm invisible. All right, there we go. I guess that was like our safe zone. All right,
Alright,
so the
so this is
first
adding
gun,
me. I didn't
I
realize that I had
can't
to
really tell
enable
you.
the blood
AA
and gore in
12
settings. So
automatic
after I did that,
and 5.7
things
single,
obviously
and
changed
then
a lot. So I'll
knife
go ahead
ritual.
and cut the
All right,
footage of
that's
me
interesting.
after I figure that
All right,
all
that
out.
guy is obviously not. All right, so I died off the bat, and I didn't really see a whole lot of blood splattering. I guess new gun, honey badger. All right, so we're already in this game, and I was really disappointed at. I didn't even realize I was recording for like 5 minutes before I realized that you actually have to turn on all of this. So let's go ahead, just turn on, I guess, the gore. And hopefully this game should be better now, because earlier, whenever I would shoot at this guy's head, his head would be like confetti. So let's see. All right. All right. So there's obviously gore now. So that's gonna change quite a bit. We're in a PvP lobby, by the way. And um you get like new weapons every time. So that's kind of gruesome how they have like you can hear them like I don't even know, doing like weird noises before they die. That's kind of dark. Oh, it does do this where your limbs can be destroyed really easily, which I think that's kind of stupid. I don't know how this guy just managed to kill me like that. Um, the PvP isn't the best, in my opinion. As you can see, I just got like one shot because my arm got destroyed. For some reason, I'm not able to use my other arm or whatever. That's kind of annoying right there. All right, so we just dropped that guy. And dude, what just happened? Can I self-revive? Like, look. Oh, my leg's gone. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. I'm just being lit up from some, like from the sky. Oh my god, I just ruined my self-revive. All right, so, um, hold on. We're gonna go ahead and cut and go to the sandbox. And I instantly died or something. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the sandbox map. All right, so we're already in the sandbox now, and it seems that we have all of our guns and stuff. Pretty interesting sandbox map. Skinwalkers, dangerous zombie-like creature. Um, that's interesting. I guess that's part of the zombie game mode. But let's go ahead and just test out some items. This is cool. I like this weapon. Reminds me of Assassin's Creed, kind of. Let's go ahead and just swing at a dummy if I can find this random standing dummy. Let's go ahead and swing at this guy. Does he? All right, never mind. All right, so that's interesting. Um, I like how it splatters on his shoulder, but the decal on it is kind of just not the best made. Um, and it wasn't like too realistic just on his head. He's bleeding out. I'm guessing, yeah, that's gonna hurt him. All right, so if I just, all right, so the blood's not the worst. I have the gore, like all the gore stains turned on. I like kind of like the entry wounds. Let's go ahead and check out a gun. Let's just light up his arm. Alright, so that's what his arm's like. And he stumbles. Now, the PvP in this game, I'm gonna go ahead and rate it. It's like a 2 out of 10. Honestly, it's not the best made. They still have like a lot of work to do for it. But everything else, like the models, I don't know if these are like, they made them, but these so far are really good. And I don't know if this gore is fully original. I do like the arm gore. The limbs are really cool. Let's go ahead and oh, this is gonna be great for this. Let's go ahead and blow off the leg. For some reason, a sawed off. Alright, I guess 2 shots to blow off a limb for a sawed off. I mean, I guess so. Let's go ahead and go to a new dummy over here. And also, I do not like these game passes just being thrown at you. Never mind, this guy's back up. Let's see if there's any torso destruction. Oh, okay, there is, and you can see some limbs or organs. I mean, seems like a rib cage and such. That's pretty interesting. I do like the gore is nice. It's a little too hyper realistic, but it's still nice. Let's go ahead and see what the head is like. All right, one shot edge or sawed off, and ooh, I do like that how you can see all the way through it. And I almost got teleported somewhere. I do like that a lot. Let's go ahead and see that again. Yeah, that's nice. That's fun. That's really nice. Body shot again. This guy's gonna go. Ooh, all right. I wish I had that on a standing guy because that was really clean. Let's see. I guess aim higher up. Yeah, all right. And their just entire upper torso just falls off. That's really clean. So the gore in this game is obviously really good, and I do like it. I can't lie. I'm not 100% sure if it's original, but it's really, really well made. I give the gore an 8 out of 10. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, so our next game is Blood Tide, or 1 out of 2. And I have kind of played this game a little bit before, and it's very interesting. I believe the devs are still working on it, which is good from what I've seen. We're gonna go ahead and start off with, let's actually do a shotgun because that's probably gonna be the goriest, and a double barrel and sword, and let's just go ahead and throw down, I don't know, actually a bandage. We'll just double bandage up, apply. Now, the UI is kinda not the best, but that's fine. The game's obviously still being worked on, and there's literally only one other guy in the server. Hopefully, he's not really good. Alright, and let's hope we can find him and kill him. So, this game I have heard quite a bit about. I don't know why it's lagging so much. The map is. Whoa. The map is not bad. I do kind of like it, honestly. It's very. What the hell? Holy shit. Oh my god, I was server hopping and then I got like jumped by 2 guys. And then, okay, so there we go. There you have it. We just killed 2 people and we have gore. I got shot and there's literally a hole in my stomach. There's blood all over my mask and hat, which is really cool. I hope they don't come back for me. These guys, I blew this guy apart. The gore, from what I see so far, oh, I'm in danger. Yo, I did not know. All right, and it doesn't even matter. I'm just ripping these people apart with this shotgun. Kind of broken. All right, and then there I go. But holy, let's see if I can break free and kill this guy again. Holy though, the lore or the gore is really good from what I see. There's my head just gone and my hair and hat. All right, so the PvP. Obviously, I didn't get much PvP, so I'm gonna rate that from what I know already. I'm gonna give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Now this game's still like in development, like in the early stage of development, I'm pretty sure. And the gore, I'm gonna give that honestly a solid 9 out of 10. Maybe, or actually, no, we're gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. That was really good from what I saw straight off the bat. Just the limb destruction, the blood splatter was really nice. It's just kind of annoying how I had to like go in the settings and made it all like what I wanted it to be. But I guess that does make sense because they don't really want to get like, their game taken down or really in trouble with Roblox. The game's pretty interesting from what I've seen. And the PvP, I'm sure, is a lot better in like, servers with a lot more people. But pretty much that's pretty much it from Blood Tide. So let's go ahead and go on to the next game. All right, so we're in this game called Blood Overhaul. Play with blood, obviously, we want to do that. Let's go ahead and see what this game's all about. blood overhaul enabled. So I guess there's two games, one for blood, one for no blood. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Interesting walking animation straight off the bat. And scenario mode. That sounds interesting. Here's my gun and that's a crazy starter weapon. Interesting map. It reminds me of the first game we played. Hopefully it's, obviously better than that. Let's go ahead and go to I think we should go to my heart says a skyscraper, so let's go ahead and go to this. Russian. I can't shoot this guy. Alright, so that's interesting. And that was our first taste of blood. And he has organs, it seems, and a skull. That's really good so far. And there goes his head entirely. Can't really destroy it much more. Alright, so straight off the bat, the score is pretty good. I don't know why my character's alright, there we go. He's high quality now. I don't know what was up with that. Let's see an arm. Alright, his shirt went flying off, but he has a bone sticking out of his arm. Like the one attached to him. The one unattached, he no longer has a bone in there. So let's see if I can destroy that some more. Never mind. He respawned. Let's see if I can. I don't even know where his arm went. Let's see a leg now. I don't like how he gets naked. You can't destroy the fallen limbs anymore. Yeah, he's a bone out of everything. Let's see a torso. Alright, so the entry wounds are really good. I do like those entry wounds quite a bit. And I'm getting blood splatter on me, on my arm stuff. So that's interesting. Let's see. No, that's not anything. Let's see a head again. What was that? Something. I don't know how that. I don't really know how that happened. What is that? Oh, let's see. Entry wound. Alright, let's go ahead and see a grenade against this Russian dude, I guess. I hope he doesn't go flying off. No, I don't. Is this gonna go off? Took a long time. Alright, so that just blows all your limbs off, I guess. That's pretty cool. Let's see another NPC. Uh, there's like quite a few people, but I don't see anyone in the server yet. Let's see what an RPG does. It just blows all the limbs off, but the chest, the torso is like nothing happens to it, which that's kind of frustrating. Let's see a grenade again. Against some of these moving NPCs. Let's do a grenade in that, because that takes forever. Yeah, no. That's actually really frustrating. The torso, nothing happens to him. Like, he's fine. Like, damn, this kind of had a little bit of promise to it. Like, it was kind of promising, but after seeing that, like, just the torso not really being obliterated, it's kind of sad. So this game has no PvP, so we can't rank the PvP as far as I know. But the gore, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's kind of mid. The gore, I give it a 5 out of 10. Could be better. Let's go ahead and go on to the next game. Alright, so we're kind of thrown into action, but this next game is called Bloody Playground. Um, I do not know what's happening outside of here. It's kind of laggy, holy. Combat. So I can punch. Alright, so first person isn't really animated. Need a gun. I did not know there's guns right here. I just got lit up before I could even grab one. Alright, so that's very interesting how guns are just laid out right there, and you have to pretty much just... Let me out, let me out, let me out. I can't get out. Hold on. I think this window just broke. Alright, there we go. Holy, there's quite a bit of destruction in this game, too. I need a gun and a grenade. That's a frag grenade. I'll take it, I guess. And a shotgun. Let's go ahead and get those two. Let's go ahead and... Holy smokes, bro. What the hell? What is this? Who is Angry Nilly? Alright, so there's that guy out. Why can't I shoot this guy? Alright, so... What the hell just happened? I'm seeing like impact frames on that. Alright, hold on. I do not know what's going on right now. Alright, so from what I see, the gore is kind of minimalistic. A shotgun has to do destruction gore. Like, this is known. Every game has to have no destruction gore. But I do like the blood splatter on the screens. This game is very, just so much is happening all at once. Reload. Oh my god, who are you? Dude, let me up, let me up. Yo, he just slid. Alright, piece this guy up. Alright, just piece that guy up. Ronaldo? You're dead, Ronaldo. Is this safe zone? Nah. There you go. Here's Ronaldo. The PvP, it's honestly kind of fun. I'll go ahead and give it like I don't know, maybe a 6 out of 10, honestly. It's fun. I do like it. The guns are kind of broken and there's no one really good in the server. The gore, I'm gonna have to give this a 1 out of 10. There's literally just blood, so there's not really much to say. But I do like the splatters, like that on my jeans and stuff right now is pretty nice. I did like it like actually on my screen. But other than that, not the best. Let's go ahead and jump into the last and final game. All right, and for our last game, it's gonna be Bloodzone. Currently my favorite game, so I might be a little biased, but I'm gonna try not to. And I do have all the blood and like gore enabled currently. And now this game is very interesting. It definitely has the best PvP out of all the games I reviewed. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that, honestly, my opinion, a 10 out of 10. That might be a little biased, but I'll go ahead and like show some random clips of just me playing the game. All right, now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and show the gore some more. Now, first of all, this game is definitely the easiest to navigate. The loadout's just right here, and the fun thing about it is it has a lot of cool things, like a lot of badges in this game and like a lot of secrets. So I really like that. Let's go ahead and show the gore. I don't know why I have this gun, but it doesn't even matter because these guns are all pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and spawn in some dummies, and I'll spawn some NPCs too, because why not? Yeah, let me just spawn in a couple dummies and spawn in a couple NPCs just to roam around so I can shoot them later. Arms, it takes like, yeah, around 30 damage and a limb will be destroyed. Nice blood effects, blood splatters. There's a limb. Not the craziest detail on the gore and stuff because this game's kind of focusing less on the gore now and more on like I don't want to say less on the gore. They're just focusing on being like still a friendly game and like a funny, goofy kind of game, yet still have like good lore, limbs, and there goes his arm or leg. I mean, now he will crawl. That happens if you or destroy both limbs, or if they're under I think 30 HP, then they'll have to crawl. Now this gun should just evaporate limbs too. There's the arm, the head. Yeah, the head gets destroyed too. And the cool thing is the head has multiple stages of being destroyed, as you can see right there. And the torso. I don't know why that didn't do anything. Torso takes a little bit more. And there's the torso. It has different variants too. I should probably use this gun. Yeah, there's a hole in the chest. Like all the limbs, you can pretty much turn this guy into just a torso. As I'll go ahead and showcase right now. And he despawned. But as you can see, lots of blood splatter and like air effects. And the gore's not the craziest, I will say that. Obviously because the game, as I just said, is trying to focus less on lore. That's gonna happen if you burn someone, and limbs can be destroyed, like when you burn them. And the gore, I'm gonna go ahead and give it, uh, I'll say maybe a 5 out of 10. I think that's a pretty fair score for the gore because nothing too crazy. The gore is nice. I do like it. There's nothing that crazy for it, and hopefully they'll add a little bit more to it. But as they've said, they haven't really been focusing on the gore. They've just been focusing more on gameplay, which is, great. Obviously, it's working, and they're currently one of the best gore games on Roblox, if not the best, in my opinion. They're definitely one of the most popular ones, averaging quite a few players every day. That's it for this video, and if you enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. See ya.